All
All
right.
right, number 11, this Bad Ranger.
My favorite
Your
episode.
favorite.
Hands down to me, my favorite episode.
Now, did you write this first, or did you write them in order? Because I remember we had Bad Ranger and we're looking for an actor for that.
Well, we wrote, I don't know, it's somewhat in order sometimes. Sometimes it got out of different orders. For the most part, it pretty much goes in the same order. I knew Larry Jack, who plays the Ranger, from Facebook, and when I was with the ministry, I'd seen his reel. I knew his voice, so I wrote it for him, hoping we'd get him, and we did.
Well, there's the sheriff again.
Scarlett McGregor.
I will say this. Out of all the dialogues or monologues written, the sheriff's right here, the Rangers,
Yes.
is funny.
Well, it's very unique. It's definitely that Tarantino style I like.
And I remember this time we had our lights in there.
Mm-hmm. Larry Jack has gone on to do. He was in Bernie.
Yep.
Linklater after this. He was in
JFK or not JFK.
Parkland.
Parkland, yeah.
Done a bunch of TV. Was in wide regional HEB commercial.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Toyota or Nissan or somebody.
He did Toyota.
Toyota.
He did Dairy Queen.
So
Or he did HEB.
He's Texas famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Texas famous. Great actor. Very busy.
And was a mechanic.
For
He was a
Nissan.
retired mechanic, I believe.
From Nissan. He was like a Nissan mechanic. Still can work on cars.
Yeah. And just for people watching, just go back and watch the original series Bad Ranger. Just watch this monologue without us talking, where it's just them. And it actually is. We were worried about, well, I think Hoke was. We all were worried about how the people were going to take this
It's
on
strong.
Fox, because
It's a strong
it's
episode.
it's very
Sex, racism, it's all talked about
Yeah.
Yeah.
in this conversation right here.
Right. And Larry Jack to this day has told me, even when every time I talk to him, he talks about this episode, says it's his favorite. It's one of his favorite parts he's ever played. Some of his favorite writing he's done. Actually asked me to write a script idea he has based on this episode. It never happened, but
The smoke coming up through camera right there,
yeah.
That's
through
nice.
frame right there is really,
Yeah.
really cool.
Well, we need to touch on this. Jack does not smoke. And
Neither
he
do.
hates-
Yeah.
He hates
Yes.
smoke. And we asked him to do that cigar, and by the end of that, he was lightheaded
Yeah.
because he does not smoke at all.
Doesn't smoke. Detests the taste of cigars. Probably the only person I know that hates it more is Chris,
Yep.
because he wouldn't even do what Jack did, I'm sure.
You know, you don't have to inhale it,
Ugh.
but I would rather not,
Yeah.
and it's because I don't condone it. Or I condone it. What's the word I'm looking for?
Condone
That's
is
right.
like you don't condone it.
I
Yeah.
don't condone it. I think it's really bad for you.
Yeah.
And they're drinking sweet tea. We had sweet tea.
That's
for
pretty much what you drink if you drink in one of our series.
that or apple
whiskey.
juice.
Yeah.
It's a very strong scene between them two, the dialogue wise, comparing being a hitman to being a hooker. It's an extreme comparison.
But he changes as you see this. I mean, that's what's crazy. He goes from this opening monologue to that ending monologue, and it is totally different.
Well, see, the thing is that to me, the Bad Ranger is depressed. He knows he wants to die, and why he chose this mission to be his last, I don't know. But he's very reflective now, and I think, in my mind, he came down here to die. That's why he doesn't kill y'all. Now that's Cobra. Let's talk about
Yeah,
Cobra.
man. Cobra's the breakdancing champion of Waco.
Now,
it has been
or
for,
has been for a long
25
time.
years.
the only thing I'm going to say about Cobra that's negative is we kept trying to get him to make noise in the fight, and he
Yeah, he don't
cannot make noise. So I think any noise you might hear him make is not Cobra doing it.
I agree.
And you know, he trains kids.
Real karate.
Yeah.
Real karate and stuff.
I actually like that outfit, by the way.
You still got those pants?
Oh yeah. And I like that you wrote all these jokes
Keeps
for
making all the
Cowboy to
short
make
jokes.
fun of the
Yeah.
short jokes.
I remember I Googled short jokes
He gets
to
mad.
help me find some.
Look, Lucky is getting mad.
I like this scene. Now, why the guy you're chasing didn't just take off at that opportunity, I have no idea.
I think
Well,
he thought they were going to
we
be
were
buddies.
buddies
Yeah.
like
I will say this, that we that actually is a real taser that we got from Gizmo Guru. But he's going to do it anyway. So I'm wondering if we haven't really been tased. Do you just seize up and fall?
I have no idea. I don't want to find out either. I'll just do a fake movie one.
I don't think that's like the ones that eject and stick into you. I think that's just a quick.
Tell you what.
But you hear the rap music starting?
Yeah,
That's Jordan.
that's right. I forgot about that. And we made it all jumpy. I remember we made it
Yeah,
jumpy to like to
because
be
Cowboy's
Cowboy's
vibrating.
point of view or whatever.
Escape to your own spacious treatment suite and bath.
Why is
where
Lucky
all
leaving
spa
him down
treatments come
there?
to you. Massages, facials, body
He
wipes,
looks like he goes and turns in the
manicures,
perpetrator.
and so much more.
Or whatever you call it.
Endless pampering.
All right, now we're McGregor.
Discover
At that time, that was the brand new law enforcement center. It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the water company or electric
Yeah,
company or
it was.
something.
It was
Brazos Co-op.
That's
wasn't it?
right. It was the co-op building.
We asked, could we use it? They were like, sure.
Rager's always been accommodating.
Yep.
Always. There's Larry Jack, the Bad Ranger, who's already on his mission to take care of Cowboy.
I thought this was pretty funny too.
Y'all think we'd have shot all this stuff darker?
I know
Oh,
we would.
yes,
We're,
of
I
course.
mean, you can look at all the new stuff we're shooting now, and you know,
We would not shoot. I don't think there's anything in this episode we'd shoot the same way now. At least not camera settings wise. Maybe the same angles a few times. But even our angles are different now.
yeah.
Can I help you with something?
All right. When he sticks his finger in the gun, do you remember the James Garner movie, Support Your Local Sheriff, or one
I
of those?
remember when he stuck this.
James Garner does that in one of those movies. That's where I got that from. I always liked that, and because I've seen that movie 100 times when I was a kid.
And what would happen? They'd blow their finger off?
Probably blow your finger off, and it probably could damage the gun. You got all that back pressure. It could potentially hurt both of you.
You sure?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it
just
wouldn't
don't.
just blow the
I just
bone.
don't think you could hold enough pressure against it. To,
Look,
Well,
make
but it's
anything
so
happen.
fast. I think. Well, it's just like I know. I had a cousin that had a shotgun. And they got mud in it. They fired it, and it blew the barrel off. So I know mud's a lot more pressure than a finger, but I think it's potentially could damage the gun.
yeah.
I think that's the badge he brought.
Yeah, it
he brought
was.
his own badge, which is good because I don't think we had a very good one anyway.
Texas Ranger.
Well, now, why don't we just get in the truck, go for a ride? We'll talk about it on the way.
Larry Jack and then Jack Rochelle, who plays the sheriff, do the little things to add to their acting.
Yeah.
That's what makes them so
Much
good.
less take you to my brother. Well, cause I'm just so damn.
You fall for that, Lucky. Good Lord. Now, I'm gonna talk on this right here as Lucky and the sheriff drive off.
Oh, the next scene coming up here.
And now, and you guys can agree with me or disagree with me.
Okay.
But this shot coming up right here with Lucky and the sheriff driving down the road,
Uh-huh.
I do believe this is what Hawaii Five-0, their whole staff and production team watched before they shot all their car stuff, because this is exactly what it's like.
Well, you know where we messed up. It looks fine on the Larry Jack because it's such a close-up. When it flips back around to Lucky, it shouldn't have been that out of focus.
Oh, the background?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's such a wide piece that wouldn't be that out of focus. It would on that close-up.
Yeah. Well,
That's what makes it look kind of
just
odd
letting
to
you
me.
know, that's our green screen, and we're standing. Me and Hoke are standing on
Yes.
each side, holding it
Out in front of Chris's
in
house.
front of Chris's
Look
house.
at the back window.
Yeah.
The back window,
Yeah.
you can see it fluttering.
Now, actually, this looks better than what it looked before. The first time we edited this, it halfway worked, but we got new software.
Yeah.
And when we did a remaster a year ago or a year and a half ago, whatever it was, we cleaned up the scene, and it actually looks a lot better now than it did the first time it aired.
And I think we got Robert on the front pushing the car back and forth, shaking it.
Probably. Now, dialogue-wise, I love the dialogue here.
I actually like this. I like the
The-
shots. I don't mind it because that's our green screen. Because now watching Hawaii 5-0, come on.
And actually, I've said it before, this is like one of my favorite Lucky scenes, one of my favorite scenes of Chris. Because the dialogue's real good. They're both acting very well together. The whole thing of the bad guy is cheering on the good guy, trying to keep him positive. And then he gives him that line about, I'll blow your brains out and flop around the blood and guts. And it's like really hardcore, like, the dialogue in this episode is just harsh, man. I love it. Here it is.
You don't take me to Cowboy. I'm gonna blow your brains out right here, and then I'm gonna roll around in the blood.
Pig and slop, he said.
I will say this: his voice
Yeah.
fits this perfect.
Well, every role he gets
Is because of his.
is that voice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's a character actor. He fits a stereotype, and that's why he gets cast, and that's a good thing. It's not a criticism.
I totally agree. And you're right. I could see a whole project around him, around Bad Ranger.
Yeah. All right, now we're back at the
Kirkpatrick in the
Kirkpatrick
back.
bit, where it's left
Boy,
on
I
the
tell you.
corner, right on the prowl.
Yeah, I tell you what, that
You were
shocker.
out a while.
He has been out probably. Oh man, he's probably been out a while.
Good hour and a half.
Yeah.
He's been out.
So, this is what I think about. This is what I think about how Cowboy is just. He don't care. He just mad at Lucky.
He doesn't care. Guy's got a gun on him.
Yeah.
That they're potentially being taken hostage. Do you think Cowboy's obsessed with Lucky in a lot of ways?
Excuse me,
He could be.
It's probably Lucky was the favorite brother,
Yeah,
and so Cowboy has these issues.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. He was not given the attention as a kid.
Probably. But at this point in life, I don't think he needs it. And they let us, once again, business hours, Saturday,
Yes,
They're working.
Open.
and we're in there running around.
Actually, a lot of characters come back because also that's
Steph's mom,
Steph's mom and
K-Dub,
stepdad.
K-Dub. You're like it hard or firm? And then he's like, oh, it's firm, darling.
And she giggles.
Little product placement right back there.
Yeah, we're not above that.
Crazy that, we're literally shooting while their people are working.
Yeah. Now, what's her name comes back? I'm drawing a blank on her name. She comes back. She's fixing to show up. She's a teacher.
Right here.
Right here.
Karen.
Karen.
Malone. And
Isn't that our lady from
yeah,
the store?
that's the from the store in the previous episode.
Since that other one closed down,
Yeah, she had to have
get
a
a new
job.
job. That's it.
And Karen Malone's a real sport. I mean, she plays the old slutty waitress type.
Yeah, talking about her bed's been wore out.
And Cowboy broke it.
Yeah. I like this cowboy I know.
And she's a whole lot more classy lady in real life than this character is.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's just
Way more
no
classy.
different than Cowboy in real life.
Oh, really? Russell is a lot more classy than Cowboy. I was paid to say that.
And
by Russell, by
that
the way.
move is kind of like a real life move.
Yeah, there's a couple
There.
of
Trying to
those.
hide from somebody.
No choking.
In bed.
Yeah.
He's holding keeping him out.
Oh, Joe. Oh, okay.
I think this was really funny when he says it. You know that.
Oh, I just remembered this scene. This scene was not written this way the first time. This was written about a grocery store. We were going to try and get a grocery store. The whole deal was something about she sees Cowboys.
It was the products we were using products, wasn't it?
Something. It had something to do with Cowboy's dick, basically. And I can't remember. And she says something. This old lady. And we couldn't find a store, and we couldn't
to
find
rewrite it.
an old lady that make
Yeah.
a dick joke. And so we rewrote it to fit Kirkpatrick and Witt. I'm going to go find the original script and write. It had something. It was some kind of a
I
joke
remember
there.
she keeps pinching him on the butt.
Yes. There's a cool little or cute little laugh here where he says something about the old lady and she gets offended. Coming up.
He's using her as a guard.
Yeah, and then
shield.
the ranger says something about the old lady, if I believe right.
She was supposed to be pinching him on the butt, but she was like, I don't want to. I'll just rub on your back.
That's
You know, like,
that's right. She didn't want to do
You
that.
can pinch
Why-
my butt. It's-
I understand. Like some
She
of
did
the
right there.
yeah,
Oh,
but she was
okay.
supposed to have her hands all over him.
See, like now, I'd have done it over the shoulder of the ranger at you. I wouldn't have. We wouldn't do. We just shoot everything that's like different
Yeah.
now.
Well, I think we did that, but it was so blown out.
The
we
window?
couldn't get enough light on us.
Okay,
Oh, that's exactly right.
maybe that's
He does that. He goes, you're using old ladies to guard you.
She gets offended at an old lady. And sometimes our crew act like freaking retarded children sometimes. And
Most of the time.
All
Most
the
of the
time.
time.
Look, Cowboy goes the wrong
It goes
way.
the wrong way. Kind of like those retarded children
Yeah.
that we have on
Yeah,
our
I could have
crew.
ate in the other room.
Oh, yeah.
Really, it's
All kinds
just
of stuff.
it's just one
Yeah. that's
crew
it.
member. The rest is all very professional. There's just one
I like
crew
it.
member that acts that way.
I like this right here when we were talking about the when he's outside trying to do the car alarm. It's coming up right here.
Oh yeah.
Watch.
And the window is down. Don't pay attention
Yeah.
to the fact that the window's already down still.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, the windows were down. He was like, unlock it, unlock it.
Take it easy, Tex. Take it easy, Tex. Don't do anything stupid like blow his brains all over me.
Get into the truck, Lucky.
Get in the truck, Lucky.
I
We go out to the lake.
I'm just going, you know what? I'll get out. Now, this last location, I think me, Hoke, and Chris drove around.
I didn't.
Just
No,
me and
you
Chris.
found it, or some. I don't know. It wouldn't
Well,
be.
we
I
were
know it
going to
wasn't-
shoot it on the dam.
The dam wouldn't
Yeah,
let us.
and they wouldn't let us.
And we went all the way out there,
Yeah.
talked to the Corps of Engineers, and they wouldn't let us. And it was for terrorist reasons.
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
see
It's
how
a
to.
protected site or
I'm like-
whatever.
And then I told you that one place where that house was, and we lucked up
And
on
on this-
just seeing this.
Yeah.
I think it goes to it. Does it go to the commercial?
Can't remember.
Yeah. Actually, no.
So we're at that lake site. This is a very long speech he's about to give, and he pretty much nailed it every time. We did it with 4
Yeah.
takes, maybe 3 takes, 4 takes.
And that's not the only time for that location.
No.
Where we used it again at?
We used it to lure Tyson out
Yes, we went.
in the last stand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You think I can kill you right here?
Forgot about that.
That would be Cowboy and Lucky, the last stand.
Yeah.
You can find it on Vimeo, redseatv.com.
RedSeaTheaters.com.
That's also Red Sea
There,
Theater.
too.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Glad we got that built.
Yeah. We could we
Yes,
should have a
dang
commentary about all the other crap that goes on at Red Sea. The addition, not just commentary on the shows, but the
We don't have enough.
websites.
We don't have enough storage.
Yeah,
Now-
this is. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, Cowboy does a lot of little subtle stuff in this scene that I've always thought was really funny. There's a line in here where he's telling this really sad story, and Cowboy said something like, "Is he done? Is he's boring?"
Yeah, that's exactly right because of the story about what's happening.
To me, that is right up my alley of sense of humor because you get this really sad story, horrible story, just terrible. With Cowboy like a little kid, I'm bored. This is boring.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's actually true to life to Russell and what he would do, I'll leave that up to debate.
There's nothing to debate. He'd be like, Steph, let's go. You ready to go home?
We're at a funeral. I'm done. This is over. He's dead. I can't do anything else about it.
That's true. The one thing I like about this spot is we kind of got it right.
Yeah.
Is we made sure we said the words, we want to see the lake. So
he's, to me, like I said earlier, the Ranger came here for whatever reason to die. Why he chose this mission, I don't know.
And right here, he's telling us all the negative things in his life that he's seen and done, or some of
And
them.
he tells a horrible story about a kid
Yeah.
he accidentally killed, a baby he actually kills,
yeah,
accidentally kills.
and this is our first kind of steady cam, working with a steady cam. So Jason and Robert both have it on, and they're just you can see it's just a little
Movements.
with a little more movement. So
So there's the boring line. He goes, "What is he talking about? Let's get out. Let's leave his ass here. He's boring." That's Cowboy.
I like that too.
Now I think you had him wear his hat or take his hat off because of the lighting,
wind.
right?
Oh, the
wind.
lighting. There was the lighting in the wind, remember? Because the wind blew it off twice.
That's right.
And he was trying to catch it.
Yeah.
And I think we kept cutting away, and you'll see how it moves so much is because of that wind, and that was new to them. And as you know, your steady cams are not meant to go in for close-ups. They're meant for that shot right there, medium and wides, to where you can stay, and they were in too close, and they just couldn't keep control of it.
The thing about Larry Jack, I kind of touched on it a minute ago, is keep in mind, on script, on paper, this speech is like a whole entire page, and he memorized it, at least the page, if not more. And he memorized it, and he pretty much had it on the first take.
Yeah, he did good.
That's crazy.
That's the beauty of being retired.
Yeah, he has the time to do that.
Russell should know all his lines.
I usually do.
Russell is the only person in American society that retired at the age of 18, not because he had the money, that he just chose to.
There's a lot more going into this having to have to. We got to call these shots and equipment.
He's like, you graduated high school. What's next, Russell? I'm
And
retired.
I don't know if
retired.
y'all know this, but we are filming this. It is 2:44, which means Russell has been at work about 44 minutes too long today.
That's actually correct. But y'all did vote for 2 of these. I would have just done 1.
So he kills a baby accidentally.
Like I said, you just need to go watch. I mean, they really, because
Yeah.
it's so good.
Now Cowboy's into the story and crying and wants to wipe his tears away because he's basically an 8-year-old in a grown
Yeah.
man's body.
And we
Once
have,
again, talking about our crew.
yeah, and now that we're shooting the Coca-Cola
Web series.
web series, and you have geared him after one crew member.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
has- he's pretty much been that crew member the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Now, how hard it is for you two to act just standing there listening to a story? Is that hard to just stand there? I mean, it's kind of awkward,
You know,
right?
for Lucky, yeah. You know, Cowboy's getting to still be stupid and lean over. For Lucky, Lucky cares.
Yeah.
So there's only so many caring faces,
Right.
but most of the time it stayed on him, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think it is for Cowboy being.
By the way, in his speech, he uses when he tells the story, he uses the word thughead. I had done a ride along with Waco PD. That's something that they say, like cops say, is thughead. I remember that now. I just remembered that because that was to me not something I had ever really heard or said. And the cop I rode along with, we would talk and we'd go to these high crime areas. He kind of gave me a tour, and he thughead. So that's like a real. I had no idea that was a thing. So I used it here.
I'd use different words.
Well, yeah, I think we would, but killed 17 men.
But he has something he wants us to have.
Yeah,
Yes.
which leads on into the
Yeah.
further episodes.
It continues on. This is part of the whole ongoing story about the hooker Jane that was killed, and Lucky wants to get revenge for her on her behalf. This is part of it.
Yeah, but you don't know it. I actually just like this scene. I wish, I look at it now going, like you said, there's so much things we could have done different.
Sure.
Just setting the tripod back there over in between Cowboy and Lucky and watching the lake the whole time.
Yeah. I think this is the last scene we shot with Jack, and he was done, right?
It was, yeah. Yeah.
So we saved it.
So yeah, I checked his hat.
And with him, he had to be that good of an actor to make this scene work. Because
Yeah.
if that was just a so-so actor, you'd have got bored as heck
Oh
watching
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well, and like I told you, I wrote it for him because just based on the demos that I'd seen.
I'd have fixed all
So-
that too, by the way.
What's that?
The killing scene.
Yeah, that's when we were trying to use digital effects for blood. Now we use practical effects
Yeah.
now every time.
Well, we could have shot it from behind him and
Some-
did the blood up
sure.
his
On his
foot, you know.
hat, yeah. Got a different hat. Or not even
Or just went to like a close up of y'all react to it and not even
just
show
put it up there and not even show it. Cowboy get a little sprinkle of blood on
Now
him.
y'all ad lib this. Now when they are done watching this, go watch what y'all say. Y'all actually refer to the fact that you're in a TV show
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talk about
because
it.
they ad libbed this whole thing, and it was so funny we left it in there. And y'all cussed, and we just bleeped at the
Yeah.
cussing because they refer to the fact that y'all were in the
Yeah.
gold rush,
Yeah.
which is I think is funny.